Hi everyone, I think we are live now, hopefully. I think so. I'm waiting for chat to say something. Oh, there's Travis. Cool. Is the music to microphone ratio okay? In my ears it's okay. So hopefully it is okay. I could turn the music down. If need be, just let me know. And no, it's cool. Okay. I think that's what you guys are saying at least. So right now, okay, cool. Thank you, Travis. So you'll probably be here clicking and keyboarding because we're playing Trimps tonight, and I'll get to that in a second, but you'll probably hear a lot of keyboard clicking and mouse clicking. I tried to pick the quietest keyboard and mouse that I have, but they're not the quietest. And just for reference, I'm playing a chiptune set off Spotify. Twitch recommended that it is okay to stream these chiptunes on Twitch without any violation. So that's probably why you heard some Zelda remix earlier, and there's some other stuff. So I could be like streaming Pokemon music, but that could violate some kind of world-threatening copyright law. And then for everyone, yeah, there's a lot going on the screen for Trimps. And then for everyone else, I'm recording this just because I might as well record everything. So this will eventually go to YouTube and then maybe in podcast form if it's somewhat exciting. I don't know. It is 7 p.m. here. Look, we started on time. Everything is good, I think. How is everyone? How are you, chat? I see there's 15 or so of you already hanging out. I was hoping prior to the stream I would get to zone 60. I'm almost to the end of zone 59 here, but I don't think that's going to work out, which is a bit of a bummer because you get an achievement at 60. I'm going to explain Trimps here in a second, but I think the music is good. I think my microphone is good. I am recording this. I have tweeted this. You guys are here. I'm going to add, 20 people. That's awesome. I'm going to ask the chat here. Whoa, good gosh. If you guys have played Trimps or have not played Trimps. Trimps is running in the background besides my camera, which I've positioned, hopefully not to block anything. But the one thing I noticed is you actually can't see my mouse move around, which isn't the end of the world, because if I hover over something like Wormhole, which is what I would about to be clicking on, you'll see what it does, and hopefully I'll explain it, but it doesn't matter because this is all going to go away because we're going to go through a portal. Some of you play Trimps. Hi everyone. I will try to acknowledge chat the best I can. Burnt Poffins, hi, good to see you. Never played. I will explain Trimps here in a second. So Trimps is a game that I discovered back on my Christmas vacation. It is similar to Cookie Clicker or games of that sort. Pretty much you want to get your Trimps to do work so you don't have to do the work. So the more you play, the less you click. Right now, I don't really have to click a lot because I'm on zone 59, which is I've been playing this month. I've been playing this game for 3 months now, and we are going to go through a portal. So where should I start? I'll break down the game here. Scott, good to see you. I will break down the game here. So your Trimps, which you don't really see, you just imagine them to be what you want them to be. They are gathering food, wood, metal, science, fragments, gems, and then helium. They are also, if you look at the 3, 2, 1 countdown that's going from yellow to orange to red, that is the Trimps breeding to make new Trimps. Now, if we look below that, where this blue bar keeps dramatically dropping to 0, we have 150,000 Trimps right now fighting a Snimp. And the Snimp has 2 little arrows, which means he always goes first, which is why he's killing all 150,000 Trimps instantly. And my Trimps are doing 5.56 quadrillion damage, whatever a Q is. It's more than billion. Quadrillion, I think. Anyways, they're doing a lot of damage. They're blocking 525 quadrillion damage. And the Squimp is doing, well, we're fighting a Squimp now. It's doing 349 quillion to 529 quillion damage. And so all this is going to go away. It's going to go very basic. It's going to go to like, we're going to have one Trimp doing 14 damage against a Snimp doing like 10 damage. This is like 3 months worth of game here that I'm going to blow away in a second. And so before we blow that away, we're going to go through this portal here in a second. So the portal is device found. You find the portal when you hit zone 20 and you do something called the Dimension of Anger. We're going to go through the portal again. What the portal does is it restarts Trimps back to the beginning. But you get to keep the helium. That's the only thing you get to keep is the helium. So we're gonna go. We have 2,327 helium. We're gonna spend that. We're gonna go through the portal, and then we're gonna take the benefits of the helium to do this all over again. Again, I'm really bummed because we're so close to zone 60, and I'm not gonna be able to do it. Rebel Garchomp says, why so many numbers? It's so many numbers because we're in zone 60, which took me like 2 weeks to get to. That's why. So we're gonna blow all that away. I think we'll just start. So yeah, and then I can kind of explain. We have bones. I'm gonna load up the bone trader here. So we have 49 bones. When we get to 50 bones, we can buy something cool. If you have 100 bones, you can buy a free portal. It will also give you 1,300 helium. You can buy a golden map with 20 bones. You can buy more Trimps with 20 bones, or you can buy these permanent upgrades for 50 bones, which is what I'm trying to do. So I already bought a Fey Imp, a Wimp Imp, and a Goblimp, and those are permanent upgrades throughout how many portals you go to, and they do benefit. So if I kill a Goblimp, I'm going to get 6 times the amount of gens. If I kill a Fey Imp, I'm going to get 15 times the amount of gens. So we're going to, hopefully, in this run, we're going to buy something. And let me show the achievements, because I actually have a goal for you guys today. And if we click on the achievements, so before I explain the achievements, I will be answering questions in the chat and just kind of talking, because once the game kind of starts, once I do it, I won't be doing much else besides just talking to you guys. So the green are achievements I've already completed. So Trimp Aficionado is to get to zone 50. My progress is 58 out of 60. Again, we're probably not going to make it to zone 60 here, but one of the achievements is to get to zone 60. So if I do get to zone 60, which isn't going to happen this run, I get a 1% plus damage permanent. And you are dealing, so all my achievements add up, do 33.9% extra damage no matter how many portals I go through. And there's reach 100 quadrillion damage and have 1 million total Trimps. The most I've had is almost 500,000 Trimps. And then these are like build skylines and collectors and wormholes and resorts and stuff. So I've done all that except the very last one. Build a warp station, which I think appears in level 60 that we're not going to get to. This will be the 10th portal I go through, so that should open up a time like no other. So that should give me a permanent 1% damage boost, which will be awesome. And then we'll see what the next reward here is. Total zones cleared. I've cleared 401 zones. We need to get to 707. That's not going to happen. Total maps clear, 5,000. Almost at 4,000 maps cleared. You can tell I've played this game quite a bit. The Heirlooms are new. We probably won't get to that this much, but this is the goal we're trying to do, chat. Change the name of the Twitch so you said There are, you're right, Travis. It says I set it to gaming talk shows, but if I set it, no one's playing Trimps. So if I set it to Trimps, it would get lost. Whereas, hopefully, while I start playing Trimps, I can just talk to you guys about games or Pokemon or whatever. So that's why I set it to gaming talk show, because Trimps actually doesn't exist as a game in Twitch, because probably no one's ever streamed it before. Maybe they have, I don't know. So this is our goal. So speed the block. So the first 3 I've completed. Complete the block in 8 hours. Complete the block in 4 hours. Complete the block in 2 hours. But I haven't completed the block in 1 hour. The best I've done is 1 hour and 14 minutes. So that's going to be the first goal that we're going to try to achieve. In an hour, we're going to try to get this block achievement. Also, I want to do speed the wall, which is, again, clear the wall in 1 hour. The best I've done is 4:26, but I haven't really tried. And these other ones we won't worry about. I've never gotten to the prison, so I can't tell you what that is. So yeah, these are the achievements we're trying. And we have a bunch of upgrades. So this is what happens. So the problem in Trimps is you get to a point where you just get one-shotted by everything because everything's too strong. And if I wanted to upgrade like my super shield, I would have to wait. I already have the science, I already have the gems, but I don't have the wood. I need 8.7 quadrillion wood, and at this rate it would take me 44 days and 22 hours to get that wood to buy that upgrade. Now the main reason for that is because I only have 1,400 lumberjacks, and I have 209,000 miners. I had like 50,000 lumberjacks, but I put them all into mining because I wanted to do more damage. And so, for example, here I can upgrade my polearm, do some more damage, but it doesn't matter. This chimp is just destroying me. So if you want to play Trimps, it's trimps.github.io. And the great thing about it is it runs in the background. Or just Google Trimps and you'll find it. And so we're going to go through the portal here. So this is a time portal. I've earned 7,189 helium. I've used 9 portals. This will be the 10th portal, which is really exciting. And I can spend this 2,333 helium right now, and I've already spent it on some stuff. So I've spent it on relentlessness, which you've seen too many Trimps fall. It's time for more aggressive training. This will give a 5% chance for a critical strike of doing 230% damage. It will cost 475 helium to do that. But I just upgraded this one called Meditation, so I don't know what this does, but it's at level 0 here. Your experiences in the dimension of strong things have taught you the value of taking your time. Every level of meditation will increase your Trimps gathering speed by 1% for every 10 minutes spent in the same zone, up to 1 hour even when offline. Okay, I think that's cool. Let's upgrade that just a bit here. We have power Trimps learned by example. Spending some time on the bench pressing dead elephants should inspire Trimps to become stronger. Add 5% to your attack. We'll probably do that too. I'm just looking here. Bait. Carpentry is really good. You've built quite a few houses. You're pretty good at it. 10% bonus here for carpentry. I think we'll increase relentlessness because that critical hit helps. There's a lot of numbers in this game. Let's see here. Practicing aggressive strategies will allow 1 extra population from each battle. That's only 37 to upgrade. This will, if we want our pheromones, we want our breed our Trimps faster, 10%. So we don't really need them to, I don't think breeding was, I got to zone 60 without really needing that up. I think power and toughness probably. Bring toughness up to 20. This will give us more loot. Looting will give us more loot. It's pretty simple. This will increase productivity. Okay. Now we're running out of stuff here. I don't think bait's that good. Let's increase pack rat. I guess maybe bait. Okay, so we have 2 helium left. We can't spend any more, and we're gonna go through the portal here. Now we can select a challenge. There's different types of challenges. I've already did the discipline, metal size, and meditate challenge. This is how I got some of these bonus perks. We probably balance. Your scientists have discovered dimension filled with helium. Yeah, I think we're trying to do our goals. We haven't reached zone 60 for the trim challenge, so we're not gonna do a challenge. That's fine. And yeah, we're gonna go through the portal here, and hopefully we're gonna get this this thing. So we're gonna go. Let's do it. And there we go. A time like no other. Use the portal 10 times. 1% damage. We can close that out. And we actually start with stuff because I did the science challenge earlier. I'm going to check these traps. So we're going to trap some trimps because we don't have any trimps. And there we go. We got 10 trimps here. We're going to start telling them to be farmers. So I'll put 10 into farming right away. And you can see them farming up that food. And we're going to open up the battle right away. So normally you don't start with science or wood or food, but because I've already done the science challenge, it's going to give me a little benefit. Like, it's also giving me 1 foreman, which is automatically building this hut. And then I'm going to put 3 of those workers into lumberjacks. And we're going to check our traps again here. So right now what we're doing is we're just getting more trimps. And we're going to start fighting here. So we have 1 trimp fighting, doing 16 to 20 damage. And they are just mowing down these pingwimps, these gorillimps. They're just going right through. So every green square you see here is me winning a battle. The yellow square is where I currently am. Bloodlust will let the trimps battle on their own. So we'll just turn that on, and we're going to say auto fight. So just fight whenever. And then we have some shields. We need to get more trimps, though, right off the bat. Now you can see the timers here. So in 2 minutes and 15 seconds, I'll be maxed out on food. In 9 minutes, I will be maxed out on lumber. I'm going to add 10. I'm going to bring the lumberjacks up to that here. And yeah, we're doing okay. Still going through. So as we're going through the map, I'm like pointing at the screen like you guys can see. If you look at the battle screen, we want to get those books because those books will unlock new equipment for us. So we already unlocked shield and daggers and the shed and the barn, which we don't need right now because we're going by so fast. Unlocked the miners and the scientists, so we're going to start mining here right away. We need more huts. I'm going to build more huts here so we can get more trimps. All right. Put those into miners, so we're mining some more. Alright, we could probably start upgrading our shields. Our trimps are just mowing through this first map, so that's good. How much is it to build a hut? Build more huts, put more miners. Alright, so now I'm kind of in the groove here of just doing things, so if you guys have questions, whether they are Pokemon or not Pokemon related, I will attempt to answer them as I'm trimping it up, because this is pretty much the game. It's not really a game you sit down and play. It's just you click a couple times and you just let it kind of do its work. The farther we get in it, the less clicking I will need to do. Except I'm like stuck on this book, so let's upgrade our shield. Upgrade our dagger, it just means we do more damage, and upgrading our boots gives us more health. So if I click on this, our dagger is doing 24 damage, soldiers themselves are doing 24, the achievements adding up 32, and then the power. So that's the amount of damage we're doing here. Get some more scientists, some more miners. If I could build another hut, gotta wait. Upgrade those. So we're almost done with zone 1 already. I think we have to get to zone 8 for the wall. That's our first achievement here. Oh, yep. Got a portal 20 times for this achievement. So our first achievement is the wall, or what we're getting to, which is, no, the block, sorry, the block. Yeah, I think that's level 8, and I think the wall is level 11, so we'll get to that, hopefully. Coordination is probably one of the best. It just like doubles the Trimps you have, so instead of 1 Trimp fighting, we'll have 2 Trimps fighting, so just double damage. Alright, so I've been playing Trimps nonstop since the day, yep. I only Trimp at work. Yeah, that's where I mostly do my Trimps, at work. So there was a fake core scan earlier today that showed like a fire bear and a baby go-goat, and I think the last one was like almost like a lizard or something. It was obviously fake, but the fire bear looked pretty cool, and I think the trainers, if I remember the trainers right, they looked really cool, and people were excited about those, but oh man, I'm filled up here. Just gonna add a barn, shed and forge so we don't stock up too quickly. Gyms are really good because they increase the blocking your Trimps can do. So right now we have 0 block, but as soon as these 3 gyms build, we'll have some blocking. And I'm just gonna increase helmets. I only increase stuff to 9 because when you get like shield 2 or shield 3 or dagger 2 or dagger 3, it automatically does more than like a level 9, 10, 11 does. So instead of going past 9, I stop at 9 to save the materials, because you don't want to blow all your materials on upgrading something that's going to be obsolete. Let's see. If there was a bear starter, I would pick it in a heartbeat, says Magnamam. Yeah, I liked the baby go. I mean, it was a baby go-goat that they had. It wasn't like that original, but it still looked cool. We can build houses now. Houses support 9.74 Trimps, so we can get more Trimps. Build a house, build some more huts, build some more gyms. What zone are we on? Okay, we're on zone 2. We're almost done with zone 2. Making good time in here. Oh, we got 50 bones. What should we buy? Let's see here. So the top ones only appear in worlds, and the bottom ones appear in maps. So I already have 2 permanent. 45 seconds of 1 random resource. 100% damage. Ooh, Titemp. I think I want the Titemp. The extra damage is such a huge benefit, because when you go through, if you go through a map 10 times, you get a 200% damage thing, but sometimes you just want to get through those quicker. I think I'll do the Titemp. So that's going to be 50 bones. And we're going to upgrade coordinate. We can now get trainers. Trainers are cool. They also help with blocking. I'm officially sold on Sun and Moon being gold and silver, looking at the colors. Yeah, that's... Ooh, we got 25 new Trimps. Where to put them? I'm going to put... Bring that up, bring that up. Don't really need that much science overall. Get some trainers, because you don't spend it a lot. I mean, you spend it on upgrades, but once the upgrade is there, like polearm, like it doesn't cost any more science. It's just the initial upgrade. So science isn't that. I heard science is more important after level 60, but yeah. So yeah, I believe, and I could be wrong. I'm gonna upgrade my forge here, and my shed, and my barn. Get some more gems. I believe that Sun and Moon will be the gold and silver to Kalos, and that we're gonna have like a double region thing again. And there was a lot of things I know a lot of people are like, well, Z, they left out so much in Z, or they left so much out in X and Y, and that's why we should be getting a Z. And it's more like, well, why have a Z when you can have a whole nother region? Like, it's not our, it wouldn't be shocking if they did that. They did it with, they did it with Gold and Silver. And I would rather have a new region, new Pokemon, and then go back to a region that I liked, instead of just going to the region I liked to begin with and doing it all over again. Rather do it all over again with something new and exciting in the middle. Will said metal is most important. It is to an extent the most important, but sometimes I actually gave up on metal in this last run, the one I just quit, and I went more wood and food and just focused on trainers and gyms, just so I could survive getting hit. Because there is no point in metal, because at some point these creatures will be faster than you, and you won't be able. Doesn't matter how strong you are, they'll just one-shot you. So I've had to focus on blocking so I could survive and then get a hit in. Mango Man says the only reason I really think they should/will do Z is because they pushed Zygarde and his new form so hard recently. Yeah, they did. I think that's more for like the TV show though. I mean, you've seen a lot of like legendary Pokemon not even really make it to the TV show. Oh, we just killed a Turkimp. So up here at the top, we get well fed. So for 15 minutes, we get like bonus of a thing we can mine. So I'll just put it into wood right now. So now I'm chopping wood and I'm getting the benefit of the Turkimp that we killed. Already on zone 4. Oh, I'm gonna turn. I guess you guys can see that going. Sometimes I like just turn off loot in combat. I'll do that for now. So, like, we found plans for Battle Axe, and we found better blocking, and Will said, why can't Zygarde be in Sun and Moon? And it can be, and that would make sense, especially if my theory of going back to Kalos is right. You go back to Kalos, you can still get Zygarde. It's not a problem or an issue. Gotta build more of these. Let's get some more trainers. Let's get some more gyms. Oh man, we got 40 to put into. Let's do that. Another trainer. Let's do 5 more in science. I like to keep everything even though it's like not the best way to go. I'm just like when they're rounded up to 5s. I have a feeling that if it's Gold and Silver, that won't make it the same boring mistake they did with Gold and Silver and have a Z plot after you finish the main game. I don't really remember. Like, I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver a lot, but I don't remember a lot of what I did after I beat the Elite Four for the second time. Waiting on the... We don't have the button for maps yet. We're waiting on that because that's where the block and the wall are located. They're a map. Great sword. Increase that to 9. Get more trainers. Let's do lumber. I like getting metaled too fast because I don't want to upgrade these past 9 because then we're just wasting metal at that point. Let's see. I've seen people point out that the chest mouth thing on Zygarde are 4 colors of red, blue, XY, but also... Yeah, I mean, and it also makes sense that it'd be linked because of how long we've had to wait. I mean, we had to suffer through Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. And that wasn't that fun. I don't know, like, why would you want Z when you can have a new game and go back to Kalos and do pretty much the same thing? I don't really want a rehash story. Not that I'm a big story guy to begin with, but Greg says Auras was the best. Yeah. Oh man, we're about to max out this forge here. There we go. Still don't have that map yet. But we're plowing through. Already on zone 6. Oh, there we go. There's our map. Let's do that map real quick. So, as soon as our soldiers die, we'll switch over to the map. I suppose I could just force them to die, but that would be mean. They're gonna die here. Alright. So we'll do this map. We're gonna run it. I'm just gonna repeats on right now, just in case I forget. Alright. That's all upgraded. Some more gyms, some more huts. Just do another forge, I guess, because... Oh, go back to chopping. Just plowing through this map, nothing's stopping us. So yeah, the difference between worlds is how you progress altogether. Maps are where you find more materials. It's also a bit easier. It also provides a lot more upgrades. So when we get this book, it's probably an upgrade we need. So if you're stuck on a world, you go to a map, you do the map a bit, and then when you're done doing the map like 10 times, when you go back to the world, it should be enough time pass for it to be easy to do. So here's our super shield, which replaces our regular shield. So now we have shield 2. We got rid of the 9, went back to a 1, but that's so much better than the 9 shield we had. And if we upgraded the shield to 10 or 11 or 12, it still wouldn't be as good as this new shield that we got. That's why we stop at 9. Ooh, what is this? Your trimps do. Ooh, we killed a Titan, so our trimps do double damage. Oh, that's really cool. It has like that little timer. That's awesome. It's the first time I've seen that. Let's upgrade our shield. Oh, we're maxed out on food. Oh no. Don't want to ever be maxed on something, because then you can't make more stuff. I'm making metal way too fast. There we go. I can spend this metal on our dagger 2. Get more gems. All right, let's see here. One major question, Sun Moon. What piece of jewelry will we have embedded in the keystone this time? Yeah, I hope that Sun and Moon have more like create a character kind of thing. So when I played Pokémon, which again made by a whole different company, but it was still cool to like, I think you could do 2 different catchphrases, or you could do a badge, a catchphrase, your hair, your eyes, skin color, glasses. That was an option. I don't know if they had facial hair. I don't remember. Obviously your clothes, the weird trainer headset thing you wear, you could customize that. Most of those were behind unlocks though. You had to like just do X amount of matches or just keep playing to... I need to stop adding miners. I'm so used to mining being so important early on, but we're doing so well without the need. 10. Okay, so we have 14 minutes before our metal is filled up. So we're getting safe here on maxing out. If they do customization again, I really hope the boys have more clothing choices and not terrible hats. Oh man, Magna Man said he just had his first trimp death. If we look at mine, I've killed 3.48 billion trimps. I've done 162,000 battles, cleared 406 zones, collected 303 trillion gems. I've definitely played. Ooh, highest void map clear, 52. I did that this morning actually. So, what do we got here? More trainers. Do more houses, more gyms. We got the second pair of boots we can upgrade. Probably a shed while we're at it. Yeah, Greg says the women had much better clothing in X and Y. I agree. Like, I feel like that's the case for like most games. Like when I play Final Fantasy, God, I need to stop adding minors. When I played Final Fantasy 14, it's just like when I went through like the girl options, everything was better. Like they had like, more eye choices, more hairstyles. And I feel like it's that way for a lot of games. Not that it's like the end of the world, it's just I lost my train of thought. It's just they always have cooler stuff, and I wish the guys had more stuff. What do we got here? See you, Scott. All right, where do we? I don't know why I'm staying till. I guess we could probably leave after that. Let's try and repeat because we're not getting any more books. Let's go back to the world. Gotta continue our mission of getting these 2 achievements done. Problem is when there I go adding more minors. The problem is when I do this at work. I do it for like 40 minutes, and then all of a sudden, oh, we killed another Turkimp, so we got 16 more minutes. I start this at work, I like do it for like 30, 40 minutes, and then all of a sudden, like I just get distracted, or I get bored, or I have to go home, and then all of a sudden I miss out on doing it in an hour. Greg says, at least Final Fantasy 14 also gives terrible skimpy clothes to boys too. Yeah, you can get like a Speedo for your dude. It's real cool. I've seen people in like the final like level 50 areas wearing like Speedos or bikinis because you can transfig like really good gear to look like bikinis and still hold the stats of the really good gear, which is a cool feature. All right. Oh, so we have 140 map bonus because we went through like 8 maps or 7 maps before. So if you go through 10, you get a 200% bonus. Tyler's my swimsuit is pretty legit in Final Fantasy 14. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy 14. I haven't really played though at all this week. Like normally I go in and I do my 5 duty roulette. 5 duty roulettes a day, and I've only done like 2 a day. I log in, I do the 2, and then I log out just because I'm been tired, or I just set up my new receiver because the one I had broke, so they sent me a new one. So I spent forever last night setting that up and balancing the speakers. Click on maps just to check out that real quick. Stream going good, nothing broke. Drew says I haven't logged in since I hit 50. You know what's funny is I've been sitting in Final Fantasy, I've been sitting at 58 for a week now. And I could have easily gotten to 60 by now, but like I was trying to work on my Weaver, and then like I was doing duty roulettes on another class just because I wanted to level them up a bit, and I need to get to 60. Not that it matters because all the duty roulettes bring you down to 50 anyways, so I need to build a new forge. Let's build a barn while we're at it. And so cruising here. Just plowing through these things, just making good time. One of my most recent RPG books have an option for a sexy armor skill. The less armor you have, the more it protects. Really? Is that like a D&D thing, or like that's some like off-brand D&D thing? Might switch this to food. Yeah, do food for now. Just upgrade that. Abandoned soldiers real quick. Oh, we only have 94 fragments. Let's just do... Recycle that, run. Oh, I think we need that house. I think that's what we're going for, that little house in the map. It's like fourth up. Can't point to it because my mouse doesn't translate. Okay. Let's bring in that. And we already have 10,000 science, so that's not that big of a deal. Ooh, mansions. Oh, this gives us way more trimps. Not that. We need more right now. Just make me click more. Greater Mega Mance. To 9. 26 new trimps. See here. Sorry. Got my 3-year-old nephew to say "suh, dude" every time it says hello to him. Oh, that's cute. Everyone's playing all these games here. I'm looking for frog factions too. What's up, Lonely God? Thanks for coming back. The block. Dexter says, I haven't seen SBJ stream much before. Yeah, this is, what, my like 4th time ever streaming in 2016. What year is it? So man, when Pokemon Podcast first started, Aaron and I did a stream. We did it when it was before Twitch even existed, when it was Justin TV. We streamed for like 8 hours. We're gonna leave this map. We streamed for like 8 hours. We were doing battle tryouts and competitions for the Gray League, when we thought that the gray version would come after Black and White. And so yeah, I had the Justin TV account and we streamed and it was fine, and like it was nothing fancy. It was just like it's exactly what it is now, like just using my IMAX camera and just turned some bright lights on and just went with it. And that was cool. Like there was probably 20 people that came in and out and hung out with us all day. And this was what, like whenever Black and White came out, so 4 or 5 years ago. And so yeah, then I remember this by games when Diablo 3 came out. Whenever that came out, Kenny started doing a Nuzlocke challenge on our Justin TV account. I don't know if that was Twitch at the time. I think that was Twitch at the time, so it was Twitch, but it wasn't like the Twitch it is now. Like it wasn't so mainstream. And I remember within that same time frame of Kenny doing the stuff on the Pokemon Podcast account, I live streamed using livestream.com. I live streamed me making the Vanillix mats, the Vanillix play mats. And because I was working on these Vanillix shirts, and I made it really wide because it was like a Vanillix spoof thing of Ben and Jerry ice cream. And they just translated better. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of mansions here to a playmat. But while I was making the Vanillix stuff to begin with, my whole computer locked up and I lost all the work. And so I was determined to like redo it again because I had all the assets still. I just had to like redraw everything. It was all line work in Illustrator. And I live streamed it. It was 2 hours, and I actually have the file on my computer. I thought about uploading it to YouTube, but there's music in the background. So obviously it would probably end up being muted and not really worth watching if it's all muted and you can't hear me talk, because it was a lot like this where like I'm more so trying to answer your guys' questions and just hang out instead of like actually doing something. I mean, all I'm doing right now is clicking squares. And I'm like having a brain freeze. So I did the live stream thing for 2 hours and had like 30 or so people watching. I've done like Vlog Talk Radio, which is not video, but being live. So to go back to your question, so we started streaming. We streamed the 200th episode of It's Super Effective, which is on YouTube and in podcast form, of course. And we stream the Dungeons and Dragon Knights podcast that we do, which is going to be on Tuesday. But what I'm doing this for, is because of the Patreon backers in the community channel. So if you pledge $10 or more a month, you get into the community channel in our Slack. And I asked them what they wanted to do for a community night, because I said like, hey, everyone in the community channel, we can do like a Google Hangout, or we can like do a Mario Kart night, or whatever you guys want. And they said they wanted me to stream Trimps, so here I am streaming Trimps, hanging out with you guys. And so that is a very long answer to your I haven't seen SBJ stream so much before. And maybe I could probably stream Pokken, because I have a review copy of Pokken Tournament. I just don't have a capture card, which answers Drew's question. Hey Steve, did we ever get a capture card stretch goal on Kickstarter? And we didn't. We were like $200. Oh my gosh. We're like $200 short of the capture card goal on Kickstarter, which was a bummer. And that was for a capture card for a 2DS or a 3DS, so I could stream like Shuffle or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire or something. And we didn't hit that, and that's fine. I think it's really hard to get a capture card right now, though. Let's go to maps. Recycle. Create. How many fragments do I have? Increase this to there. Create. How long have I been streaming? 53 minutes. Okay. Still under the time limit here. I can't remember why I haven't opened. Is it 11, the block and wall open? I can't remember. Oh, I can upgrade all these. Trap Storm. Oh, I know what that does. That's no big deal. Oops. Oh, that's okay. As long as I get carried away with the clicking. Let's put it mining for now, I guess. SBJ is cool. Thank you for the community channel. Yeah, no, don't thank me. Thank the people who donate $10 a month and then pick to this. This kind of a relaxing thing to do on a Friday night. Dexter says, I heard those capture cards can be $350. Yeah, for like a 2DS or a 3DS. Well, the problem, I think, and I haven't looked into this. Maybe I'll do it tonight after this stream. Is let's leave this map. We're not getting any rewards anymore. Is there used to be? Oh, look at we're no longer making money in mining. Just spent it all real quick. Is there used to be 2 people that made capture cards, and now I think there's only 1 person that makes capture cards, and since everyone's going to him, he's like super far behind. That's what I heard, at least. So not only do I think that it takes even longer to get a capture card, I think it's more expensive because he's the only one that does it. Oh, is this telling us how long we've been playing? 36 minutes? That seems right. We're making good time for hitting these rewards. Let's get more trainers here. Let's see here. Ty well said, what is screen sheet? Tyler had said screen sheet is like GoldenEye. Yeah, I played screen sheet. I didn't like it. Yeah, if the refresh if the stream is down. It says I have 0 viewers, but obviously you guys are there. I'm assuming Friday nights are very popular for Twitch, and since I don't have a partnership or whatever they're called, this stream probably doesn't have priority over any of that, so that's what I'm assuming, at least. You guys probably just missed what I said because the stream went down, or at least went down for you guys. Dexter, I'm usually working during Dungeons and Dragon nights. Well, it's moving to Tuesday nights. Thank you, Greg. It's moving to Tuesday nights instead of Mondays, starting this coming Tuesday. So if that works better for you, great. Oh, I need more scientists now. If not, I mean they've gone up on YouTube. They're doing good on YouTube. The podcast is doing really well. Okay, so after Zone 11, I'm gonna check maps again. Been going for this Twitch game this Trimps game is going for 38 minutes, so the anticipation of finishing this level. More coordination. Alright, let's go maps. Efficiency. Alright. No map yet. We're on level 12 though. How many fragments do I have? Too many. Let's bring that down. And actually, let's bring this down. Let's bring the loot up. We could probably sneak that up here. Great. Recycle, run. Oh, maybe we need that right there. That it looks like it looks like the Windows logo. I think we need that. Need more scientists because we are running out. Yeah. Now the problem is we don't have enough scientists. What did that say? Hey, holy cow! Oh, okay, yeah. So if you look at the rewards here by my video, it says holy cow, a unique map. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. I can't say your name. Buskoy? I don't know what I'm looking at. Are you defragging your computer? No, I'm playing Trimps, which is it's like Cookie Clicker. I'm like reading chat. Sorry, it's like Cookie Clicker, and I'm just having this run while I just talk to people. So that's why it's under gaming talk shows, because I'm really just answering questions and talking in the chat, and this is just something to run in the background. But we're just having this go. You missed the explanation of what it was earlier. I guess I could explain it again, but then the chat's gonna get too full, and I'm not gonna answer everyone's questions. I stay caught up in the D&D stream. Thanks for putting it everywhere. But Buskoy, I'm totally sorry I'm saying your name wrong. If you want to play Trimps, it's free. You just go to trimps.github.io, and in the first 2 minutes it explains and walks you through what you're doing. So it actually makes a lot of sense once you actually start doing it. But yeah, if you're looking at it and you don't know what Trimps is, you're like, this looks like a program from Windows 95. So I totally get that. I'm gonna drink this. Spreadsheets, the game. His music playlist is pretty good. I guess I did just the Spotify playlist or whatever. Alright, we can upgrade our shield and our dagger and our boots, except now we're running into the metal problem of not having enough metal. We have 18 minutes before we need to hit our 2 goals, which I think is plenty of time. We could probably leave this map, actually. I'll wait till we get to the book. But yeah, what was I saying before about streaming, I think? Yeah, so this is like the 4th time ever I've streamed this year. We're gonna leave this map and we're gonna go to the block. That's what we need. We'll just recycle it, I guess, and run. Alright, so we need to beat this, and then we're gonna get the achievement. So I don't think anything is in our way of stopping us from that. And I'm gonna tweet real quick. Hold on, I'll look at the chat in just 1 second. Twitch.tv/PKMNcast. Okay. Oh, my camera froze. Nice. Okay. I can fix that. I don't know why it does that. Let's get to that. Fixes it. Nope. I think we're fixed. Hey, we did it! Clear the block in less than 1 hour from the start run. Awesome. We have 15 minutes to do the second challenge. Camera fixed. And you guys want to know what this song is? This is a remix of Super Mario World Castle. Is what's playing right now. Okay, let me go to achievements real quick. So we need to clear the wall in less than 1 hour, which I think is doable. I just can't remember. I think the wall is 14. Oh, we can leave the block. And we can go back to the world. These are all level 2s. That's a level 3. We're done with level 2s. Oh my gosh, our wood maxed out. There we go. Okay, let's buy some gems. Get rid of that wood. Let's buy some trainers. Let's put 25 people into mining. And I think we're good for science. Yeah, we're definitely good for science. Buy some more houses while we're at it. Okay, let's see here. Hi, toy. You guys are funny. What was I talking about now? You guys have to ask me more questions so I can get off on a tangent. So then I fall behind on questions again, and then we're not in this awkward position where I'm waiting for questions because I'm so far behind on questions that I have more than enough to talk about. So you guys have to ask to keep me on track. And I know I say that as there's like a 8-second delay, so now I just have to ramble for 8 seconds as like a question comes in. I don't know. I have to look here of achievements, the wall. I think that's level 14. Coordination, definitely want to do that. Okay, the wall trim. I'm just gonna look this up real quick. The wall is the second unique map found in maps of level 15 or higher. Okay, so we just got to get to 15. We're on zone 13. We got 13 minutes to do that, so I think plenty of time. Okay, so Drew asks, have you run into a shiny yet? And the answer is no. I have not run into any single shiny yet, which is like my life's... Oops, I didn't want to make traps. That's fine. I've never run into a shiny. I'm pretty sure I ran into a shiny when I was playing Diamond and Pearl for the first time, which was before I started even recording It's Super Effective. That was when Diamond and Pearl was when I was getting back into Pokemon, so I don't even think I knew what a shiny was because if there were shinies in Gold and Silver, I didn't know about them, but I don't think there were. But I missed out on everything from Ruby and Sapphire and Fire Red and Leaf Green. I didn't follow any Pokemon news. I actually, when those games came out, and so there's 2 reasons. You're getting a full story here. So I don't know if I've ever said this, but there's 2 reasons why I stopped playing Pokemon. So when I was in middle school, I was in the 7th grade when Gold and Silver came out. I remember this vividly. I went to West Dallas Central High School. In 6th grade, I went to Milwaukee Shoals. No, I meant middle school. Ignore me messing up. Just go with the story. So in 6th grade, I went to Milwaukee Shoals Middle School, which closed like 3 years or 4 years after I left it because it was a terrible school. But anyways, in 6th grade, card collecting, Pokemon cards, everything was super big. We were still coming off the high of the first couple base sets, like the fossil base set was like the hot new thing when I was in 6th grade. And there were a lot of people in 6th grade, in my 6th grade, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but a good amount of people that were about the Pokemon, trading the Pokemon, getting Pokemon cards banned from our school because they would result in fights or people stealing or all the stuff that comes with. I'm just making sure the stream's still working here. All the stuff that comes with Pokemon and school kids. So in 7th grade, I went to a different school. I also went to a different school in 8th grade. But in 7th grade, no one played Pokemon. No one I knew really played it that I hung out with. And obviously in middle school, it's like the hardest time of your life because everyone's so mean and awkward, and they're just terrible years of your life. They don't even matter in the long run. And so I remember sitting at the lunch table. It was the day that Gold and Silver came out, and that was like my breaking the ice. Is chat still going? More messages below. That was like my breaking the ice of like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Oh, like I'm getting the new Pokemon games. And I remember saying that at lunch, and everyone was just like, oh, that game's for babies. And I was like, oh, maybe it is. And of course, being a middle schooler with zero confidence in myself, I was like, oh yeah, maybe you're right. I'm just making sure the stream's up here. Where are we at? We're at 51 minutes. And so I go home, start Gold and Silver. We're just listening. Yeah, you guys stopped talking, so made me worried. So I go home, copy of Silver's waiting. That's the copy I wanted. I had a Super Nintendo and a Super Game Boy, so I popped Silver in there, and I remember like picking my Totodile. I remember that night so well. I remember catching a Sentry, catching a Ladybug, catching a Hoot, loving all the starting Pokemon at the beginning of the game. Loving it. And I went back to school the next day, and I didn't really talk about it because obviously like those were the same people that were like, oh, Pokemon's lame, blah, blah, blah. And eventually, it took a week or two, but I found other people that liked Pokemon, and we brought our Game Boys in, and it was the Game Boy Color where you could like hold it up and do the pop mystery gift with the sensors in the Game Boy Color. And we would do that every day. So it was like pop the gift and then go into your house, and like that was when you could customize your house. And that was really cool. And like it was just like every lunch we brought our Game Boys in, we played them. Like the teachers didn't care. It was no big deal. We were just off, didn't cause any trouble. And it was awesome. It was so cool. And I was like so glad that that Gold and Silver came out, and I was super happy. And then I left the group of friends that didn't like Pokemon, and I found a group of friends that did like Pokemon, and it was a good year. And then after that high school year, my family moved to a different city that was like 100 miles away from Milwaukee, which is where I was living. Oh, we can make a new map here. And okay, so we want to create a map. Hold on, I'll finish the story here in a second. Just want to make sure that we get enough benefits from this. All right, and abandon map and run map. Okay. Oh, that's what we want. We have 5 minutes to do this. And so I went to the new school, and that is, so we went to the new school. Again, I like ran into the same like issue that I had when I ran into the same issue I ran into in 8th grade that I did in 7th grade, is like no one played Pokemon. And when you brought it up, it was like a very short and like awkward conversation of like, oh yeah, I used to play it, but like that's like not the cool game. Like that's not like Final Fantasy 9 or Chrono Trigger or Metal Gear Solid. I'm just trying to think of like games that came out during that period. Or Tony Hawk Pro Skater or Halo. Like those were all the games in 8th grade that like I was playing, or like I knew my friends were playing, and Pokemon got pushed to the side again. And I remember there was a kid in the neighborhood. He got Ruby and Sapphire, and I remember looking at it going, man, I like want that, but I didn't have a game, so I didn't even have a Game Boy Advance when Ruby and Sapphire came out, and that was a big thing. So not only did I not know a lot of people that play, I knew one person that played Pokemon, and to be honest, I didn't really like the kid. Yeah, there's the wall. So if we get through this in the next 4 minutes, we'll get that other achievement. So I'm really hoping that we can do that. I'm just kind of going to throw a bunch of resources out here just to kind of make sure we get through. So by the time I got a Game Boy Advance, I got a Game Boy Advance like a year or two after it came out. Probably more so. Probably more so in the second year. And so Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire Regular Ruby, Regular Sapphire have already been out. Again, I didn't know anyone who played Pokemon, so what I was playing on my Game Boy Advance at the time was like Mario Kart and like Super Mario Advance and stuff like that. And I never got Pokemon. And so the city I moved to was Beloit, Wisconsin, and I lived there for 3 years. So I moved there when I was 13. I moved out of Beloit back to Milwaukee when I was 16. And this was when I was starting. I was in 10th grade then. So again, another school. And I met some friends, and it was actually one of my friends that was like, hey, Diamond and Pearl, these new Pokemon games are coming out. I want to get them. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess that would be cool. Like, Pokemon games are cool. Like, I remember how much fun I had with them. And, like, so we went to GameStop the morning of the release. The GameStop, at least in my neighborhood, did an 8 a.m. release on a Sunday instead of their 11 a.m. opening. And we waited in line. We got like the free stylus that came with it. And we played. Like, I remember how great it was. Like, and that's why like Diamond and Pearl mean a lot to me, because it was like what I was missing for 3 years, because there was like 3 years in my life where I didn't play Pokemon. I like didn't have access to Pokemon. I didn't look into Pokemon. Back when GameStop somewhat cared. Yeah. Back when they gave you cool stuff when you pre-ordered. And I remember playing through Diamond and Pearl, and I was playing with my friend who had it, and I didn't, like, he was probably the only friend who had Pokemon with me. Oh man, we have like a minute 30 to finish this map. I'm like really worried that we're not gonna finish. We should be fine. There we go. Yeah. We got both achievements. Look at that. All of the achievements. Right there. That's what happens when you tell good Pokemon stories. I'm just gonna finish this map out now. So we're playing through Diamond and Pearl, having a great time, and we're at. I haven't played Diamond and Pearl since it came out, so this is the problem. I can't remember the town. It was after the snow stuff. Chat might know. And I remember catching an Abomasnow or whatever I can't even remember what the pre-evolution is, but catching that and evolving it. I'm sure I do know, I just can't think of it at the top of my head. And my friend and I we were going to like we had like checkpoints like every 2 gyms. We would stop and then we would battle each other with, you know, oh, let's do 3 Pokemon because we have 3, or let's do 4 Pokemon. So we're to the point of the game where like our Pokemon are level 30, 40, and so we're like, let's do all 6, and we have a 6v6 battle. And I bring out my Abomasnow, and my friend he's never seen it before, and he's like using moves on it, and he's not doing a lot of damage. He's doing moves that are not very effective. and he gets so frustrated, like legitimately frustrated, that he cannot kill my Abomasnow. And he goes like, what type is Abomasnow? And I go, it's grass ice. And he rage quits his game and goes, I'm done. This is stupid. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, grass and ice can never be a type. And I was like, what? I was like, it is a tree that can survive in the snow. Like in real life, there are trees that happen in snowy areas. It is a Christmas, it's like a Christmas tree. Ooh, about to max that out. And he was so mad at Abomasnow's typing. I wish that this story was like being exaggerated or like I was like not telling the full truth, but like this is legit what happened. And since that night, I remember it because we were in our kitchen, in my kitchen, like sitting at my kitchen table. Like, of course, like I'm 16, 17 living with my parents. Yeah, it's like an evergreen tree. And he turns it off and he's so mad. And still to this day, because I eventually went on and lived with him as roommates, I don't think he ever played a Pokemon game. Like that was the straw that he decided Pokemon was not for him. Abomasnow, a grass ice type, nope, not gonna happen in his world. Which is really funny. So then, after Diamond and Pearl, it was Platinum, which I almost always skipped the third generation of games, and it was, believe it or not, it was Aaron Spriggs who was like, we should go get Heart Gold, Soul Silver at GameStop. And I was like, yeah, we should get Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So Aaron and Spriggs and I went to GameStop. They didn't open early, but we went to GameStop. We picked up Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And I remember this night too. So Aaron and I go back to my place because I'm living in an apartment with my girlfriend and at the time. And we play Heart Gold, Soul Silver all day on the couch watching documentaries on Netflix. And it was a great time. And I got Snover. That's Abomasnow's. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. And ever since, so it was like Diamond and Pearl, then, you know, the break between Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because again, I skipped Platinum. And ever since that's obviously when Heart Gold, Soul Silver was out, is when It's Super Effective started. But I don't know what the original question was. I'm sorry, I went so far off topic. But I told you guys I would do that if you asked me a question. Now I'm like scrolling back up to see what was asked. No, the original question was, have you run into a shiny yet? Dexter asks, are you planning for another hiatus? There should be no hiatus this year. That was the question. See you later, Greg. So yeah, so friend got me back into Diamond and Pearl. Rage quit because of Abomasnow. Clearly. And I still continued playing it after he rage quit. And I met Diamond and Pearl is when like I discovered like Smogon, and I discovered Cerebi, and I discovered all like the online Pokemon stuff. Because again, when that stuff was getting big online, that was during the Ruby and Sapphire stuff, and I was checked out of Pokemon at the time. But yeah, I took like a small break until Heart Gold, Soul Silver came out, but I really like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And so that's mostly due to Aaron's saying, hey, we should get Pokemon. Was like, yeah, we should get Pokemon. And we did it. And then I investigated Pokemon podcasts, and there were not really any good ones at the time. And I decided to make my own. Let's see, were there any other questions that I missed? You guys can ask more questions. And actually, I should say we'll probably stream for another 20 or so minutes before I wrap up. Does Beloit still have Chinese breeze? I don't think so. Or cheese breeze, sorry. When I was in Beloit, I didn't have a car because I was in middle school, but I remember, I don't remember a lot. Greetings from Tekken. Greetings from Texas. What do you think of Pokken and Go? Is the hype justified? So Mute Force asked that. I don't know if you're still around, Mute Force. Sorry, I was in the other story. What do you think of Pokken? Well, I have a copy of Pokken right now. Nintendo sent me a copy to review. I'm not allowed to say anything review-wise until March 15th. But I think Pokken is really good as a fighting game. I'm not good at fighting games, but whatever hype is behind Pokken, I think it is. I feel like I'm reviewing it. I'm not reviewing it, but I feel like it is worth the money if you enjoy fighting games. I don't think Pokken is going to convert anyone who doesn't like fighting games to fighting games, because when, like, I already experienced the same frustrations I do with most fighting games. Is like losing, and it just kind of sucks. And whether it's blocking or getting grabbed or just getting like juggled, it's can be frustrating. As for Pokemon Go, which I think has more hype around it, I do not think that game is going to live up to the hype. That is my opinion. But when I still, and I've said this before on the show, I still think Pokemon Go is going to launch with the first 150 Pokemon. And it's going to appeal to those people who have walked away from Pokemon. I think they had good success with the Google Map thing and getting people who were not familiar with Pokemon to do the Google Map thing. Back when that was the April Fool's joke. What was that, 2 years ago now? I mean, I'm still somewhat excited for Pokemon Go, but I'm not like holding my breath. I just think people have super unrealistic expectations for that game when we haven't seen really anything about it. I mean, we saw a trailer and people can base what they want off that trailer, but I don't think that trailer is going to be anything to what the game is actually going to be. I think it's going to be filled with microtransactions, which I don't really hate microtransactions. Like, I thought they were fine in Pokemon Shuffle. Ty Lord asked, do you have any predictions for what Pokemon Sun and Moon will be like animal types I haven't used in previous games? Let me drink this real quick. For Sun and Moon, I think that I liked that people think the Pokemon they showed in the trailer was like a woodpecker, because I think woodpeckers are cool, and we definitely don't have that kind of bird, and it's definitely better than generic bird that we've been getting. Not that generic, like Pidove is based on a dove, and Pidgey is based on a pigeon, and Spearow is based on whatever bird that is. I used to know. But a woodpecker would be cool. I don't know for other Pokemon. I would assume that at some point Raichu gets a Mega Evolution. I don't know what other Pokemon would get Mega Evolutions that haven't. Maybe like Weavile. Weavile could probably get a Mega Evolution. And I would assume that they would go back to the other starters like Feraligatr and I can't even remember their names right now. Feraligatr and Meganium and Typhlosion. I would assume those would get Mega Evolutions. What I would hope though that they do is they start linking back to older Pokemon in the Pokedex. And what I mean by that is like how Politoed came out of Poliwhirl and how, was it Blissey? Blissey was in Gold and Silver. I hope they do that with older Pokemon. Not that like I don't want new Pokemon, but you just like look at Pokemon that might have like a single evolution or anything like that, and you're like, well, that Pokemon could get that Pokemon would be cool with an evolution, or have like a tree or different path to go down, just like Poliwhirl to Poliwrath and Politoed. I think that's cool. I'd like to see more of that, as well as new Pokemon. I would assume customization is coming back. I hope the Dex Nav comes back. I think that's really cool. I'm not for the sneaking though. I just don't have the patience. It's like why I don't like snipe in like Destiny or anything like that. Like I have such little patience when it comes to stuff like that. And whether that's the right or wrong way, it's just not fun for me to do. So I don't know if there will be more Eevees. Like I feel like at this point in the series, like Eevee has to have an evolution for everything, right? And so if they make the Sunstone and the Moonstone work with Eevee, I don't know what evolution path they lean towards, because Moon seems more like a fairy type, like Clefable and Jigglypuff. So they can't go that route. Obviously, the fire type is already reserved for Flareon. So I mean, maybe the Moon or the Sunstone don't matter at all, but I would assume in a game called Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, the Moonstone and the Sunstone would have a little bit of play in those games. Like they have to do something, I would assume. Otherwise, I feel like they didn't think about the name good enough. I don't know. I've been wrong about a lot of Pokemon stuff, but I've also been right about a lot of Pokemon stuff. Comments on the rebirth theories in Sun and Moon. Is that with like humans turning into Pokemon? If that is, I don't buy that at all. Well, one, I don't want it. I have zero interest in my human turning into a Pokemon or Ash's Greninja or anything like that. But I don't see why they would make... I don't see the benefit of that right now. Like, there are benefits to Mega Evolution in a couple ways. You get a fourth evolution that's not really permanent. You eliminate the held item in a competitive battle as replaced for the Mega Stone. You get to add more Pokemon without really increasing the Dex number. There are a lot of benefits there that make sense. A person turning into a Pokemon for whatever reason doesn't make sense. Like in the anime or in a spin-off or Ash's Greninja, they can make it make sense there. But how do you apply that to 722 Pokemon? Like the 722 don't even count Mega Evolutions, and we know more Pokemon will get Mega Evolutions. So to add a person possibly turning into a Pokemon, I don't see how that benefits the fun or the experience of going through your 8 gyms and your Elite Four. And hopefully they mix up that formula too, because I don't know. I think besides the game being a complete cakewalk when it comes to battling gym leaders and going through, I feel like they could just fix the balance of that. But there's a lot of things they can fix. What are we at here for time? Hour and a half. Probably wrap up here in a bit. Mostly because I'm hungry. And we've achieved what we wanted to in Trimps. We've been playing this game of Trimps for 1 hour and 16 minutes, but we've been streaming here for almost 2 hours. There's a timer somewhere. Hour and 40 minutes we've been streaming. So, plus it's Friday night. You guys should be doing something better than watching me play Trimps. Well, I'm not really playing Trimps anymore. I haven't really clicked in a while. I'll click those. I'll upgrade those so then when I go to bed, there's more than enough. So yeah, we'll wrap up here. And I don't know if this will even make a good podcast or if this will go as like a bonus episode for It's Super Effective. I think the story I told was good, so maybe I'll just cut that out, or I don't know. I've done a lot of talking, but I want to thank the Patreon backers that back at a $10 or more level, because they are the reason why we are here. And I want to thank all my Patreon members for supporting the show, because it definitely helps. It just helps a ton. Like, it helps me do more stuff. It helps me take more risks. Helps me try new things for the podcast. So I'm so grateful of the people who back our Patreon. And if you don't back our Patreon, like, don't feel bad. Like, I'm just as grateful that you guys listen to the show or watch the stream or anything like that. Like, if you can't back but you listen to the show, like, that is just as awesome. Because I get it. Like, if you can't afford to, like, your money is well better spent other places. I've wasted my money on very dumb things. So, when I shouldn't have, when I should have used that money for life. So, don't do what I did and waste your money when you need your money for life. But if you have money to waste, I'm more than happy to take it from you. So thanks to the Patreon people. Thank you to Tyler and Drew for moderating the chat. Not that it ever got out of control, but it's good that you guys are there keeping things moving along. I appreciate that. And so yeah, we'll wrap up. Thank you guys for watching. I will probably move this to YouTube. It will probably get pulled for this music, even though Twitch said it was okay. And I will probably make a podcast out of this if you care to listen again. And if we do this again, I have tons of stories to tell. They might not be as good as somebody rage quitting because of Obama snow, but I'll try to at least keep it interesting. So what I'll do is I'm going to move it over to standby if you guys want to chat in the chat still. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.